Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. We've got some leakages. Reina's done, she left. And I'm guessing these are the Curry 10s as per DG Hoops. I mean, shout out to DG Hoops, he's like the curry connoisseur, he loves his curries. And he said Curry 10 with a question mark, right? The Warriors official Instagram account actually put this up. And I don't know if you guys know, but Under Armour really hates having leaks up. I've had videos taken down by them when I do like an Under Armour leak or whatever, because they're like, can you take it down? I'm like, but the thing is, like, leaks get a lot of views and it kind of builds hype. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, yo, this is the new Currys or the new Hardens or whatever. And it kind of like builds hype, and it's just like, maybe there's some hate, you know, we're like, we see it and we're like, yo, that looks like crap. But it kind of builds hype. It gets people talking about the shoe. So I feel like leak videos and leak stuff is good for publicity. Don't you guys think? Or anyways, that's off topic. So here is Steph Curry. He's like in a chair in probably like the locker room or something, laughing, and behind him we see a shoe and it looks like it could be the Curry 10. And as you guys can see, it also uses the flow technology that we've seen from the Curry 8 and also the Curry 9, right? It just looks kind of different, you know, and it looks like it's pretty much going back to the Curry 8, but one huge difference is how much the flow cushion comes up. It actually comes up a lot, you know, so we see that white part and it comes up a crazy amount here in the midfoot. And there's like this purple kind of thing on it. I wonder if that's like the actual flow foam, or maybe like a different material or something, but that also does look like it's acting as a lateral counter. So of course, Currys usually have good support, especially for lateral containment. Here in the heel we see, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I'm guessing it's like 2 layers of flow or something, but it does look like flow foam. As you guys can see here in the midfoot, we have a pretty similar pattern to, of course, what flows always had, right? So what do you guys think as far as the flow foam goes? Them using it as the outsole, it's been really good for performance, right? Really good. But the overall aesthetic is really similar. It's pretty much the same exact aesthetic coming from the Curry 8 to the Curry 9. The Curry 10 looks a little bit different as far as the overall kind of like overall lines go. You know, there's like that little spike in the midfoot. I'm also wondering if they changed up the pattern from like the outsole, right? The outsole pattern from the 8 to the Curry 9 is pretty much identical. What do you guys think of that? Like, do you guys want like a different pattern? Maybe try herringbone or something? Or are you guys okay with like the same exact pattern in all of his shoes? And also pretty much the exact same midsole in all of his shoes. Like, what do you guys think? I feel like for me personally, if it works, there's no need to change it. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But also, if they keep using the same exact design, it gets a little boring as far as the overall look and aesthetic of the shoe, right? The upper does look pretty cool though, so we can see, I'm guessing that's the Curry logo, right? On the, I guess like the ankle part on the lateral side. But it looks like they're going back to a knit material, which I really like. The Curry 9, I really had no problems with this material. But you know, knit also does feel pretty damn nice and comfortable on foot. It does look like a one booty upper. And the tongue looks like it comes up like crazy. Hopefully that's like a stretchy material. I'm betting it is. And I guess the overall aesthetic looks pretty, it looks like a Curry. So there is the Curry 10, or we're guessing it's the Curry 10. Hopefully it's not like a running shoe or something. But damn, he's got a whole stack of shoes behind him, right? So there is a leak of the Curry 10. Next, we got the two-way 2. The New Balance 2WXY actually. So it looks great. Darius Baisley is wearing this shoe, and I don't know, the overall aesthetic looks great. I mean, New Balance has been doing pretty damn good as far as the overall design goes, like the overall aesthetic, right? So we can see the New Balance logo, but it's like kind of slanted and more towards the ankle area. The midsole, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is this fuel cell? Can't really tell what the lettering is. There's some lettering here on the outsole, but I can't really see it all too well. But the midsole looks super low to the ground. Like if you look how thick the actual midsole is, like what your foot is on, it looks very low to the ground, which I really like. And also another thing that I'm wondering about is the heel. Like it does look bottom loaded, but is there kind of like a different type of foam there? As you guys can see, it is a translucent rubber there, and it kind of reveals something. So maybe there is something new here in the heel. As far as the upper goes, the upper looks pretty damn nice. It looks like a knit material. Like the original two-way, the material was kind of cheap, like the fuse material that they use. And it's kind of like a textile, but it felt really thin and also pretty cheap. So I didn't really like the material quality, but it got the job done on foot. The two-way too looks a little bit better. It also looks a little bit thicker, and the quality just from the looks a little bit better as well. And also the cut of the shoe looks like a high cut, and this colorway also is pretty sick. The two-way has been out for quite some time. I also wonder if they kept kind of like that outsole curvature. That the outsole curvature that they had on the original two-way was super nice. I really like that. Hopefully they kept it here in the two-way. There's really no way of knowing if they did, unless, you know, of course there's other angles of the shoe, but this is the only picture that we got. So there is the two-way 2. Next we got actually the Curry 1. So this colorway, I'm not a huge fan of this colorway. Like the color scheme kind of looks very weird to me, but it's the original like Curry 1 like gold colorway. It's releasing on October 12th according to Foot Locker's schedule. Shout out to Lace Up HK for this information. So if you guys do want a Curry 1 retro, which they already retroed the Dub Nation colorway, which I couldn't get, very sad. So mark your calendars for December 18th. Also, another shoe that's coming out on December 18th is the LeBron 19. So we have this white and Dutch blue colorway for 200 bucks. And also I guess this is not called the Space Jam colorway. This is called the Uniform Hook colorway. And that's also coming out on December 18th. Another shoe that's been leaked that we already saw is the Why Not 0.5, but this is a different colorway. This colorway actually looks pretty sick. The material looks pretty interesting. You know, there's a variety of materials, which the Why Not line uses a lot of materials, especially synthetics and mesh materials, right? So here in the toe box, we can see a lot of synthetic materials. We can see a mesh material, and also looks like there's a little bit of a fuse, I'm guessing, or maybe like a very thin like plastic material on top of that mesh. And also it has an asymmetrical lacing system, which I feel like is a first for the Why Not line. But yeah, it does look like a Russell Westbrook shoe from the Why Not line. There is a lot of like spikes in the midsole, which we've seen a lot of, and of course we can see Russell Westbrook's logo on the tongue. One thing that I just noticed is the tongue and in this colorway is a leather material. Pretty interesting. All right, next we got the Zoom GT Jump, and we got official pictures, and also we can see Jokic playing in this. I mean, this colorway is super sick. I really like the off-white / gray color scheme. And I guess the zoom unit is red. So that's a very subtle red. It looks great. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, the Nike GT line stands for the greater than series, right? So Nike GT Cut, Nike GT Run, which we've seen, and of course the GT Jump. So the release date is rumored for next year, early next year actually. Which does kind of suck. I was hoping that it would release in December this month, but anyways, we've seen the crazy tech, right? So let me remind you, it has a full-length Zoom Air Strobel unit, full length, right? And then underneath that we have another 4-foot Zoom Air unit, which looks crazy thick, and the heel Zoom Air unit, which is, are you serious? That's crazy. And they're calling the upper the jump wire upper. And we have a P-Bax jump frame, which is a little confusing to me. So from the official pictures, the jump frame looks like a very thick and very hard plastic, which I don't think would be very nice. We'll have to see on that. Like in the heel, from the actual like midsole, it doesn't look like it's gonna compress really that much. So that definitely does kind of suck. But so on the lateral side, we can see a little bit of the heel zoom in and also the 4-foot zoom in, right? So it kind of has like an eclipse plate, kind of, right? But from the medial side, dude, that zoom unit is so freaking thick. Look at that. That is absolutely insane. But I wonder how it's gonna react with that plastic, right? And also like the foam coming up on the sides as well. So is that gonna allow that actual part of the shoe to compress, or is it just gonna be super stiff? I'm very curious as to how this cushioning setup is gonna feel, especially here in the heel. But yeah, it looks very futuristic. I also really like the outline of the swoosh in the ankle area on that jump frame. And also, this is the first time we've seen the outsole, right? So we have kind of like a makeshift herringbone pattern. We also have holes for some reason, maybe to reduce a little bit of the weight. Also, we can see a midfoot shank plate kind of. It's slightly decoupled. It says systems of air. So it says zoom strobo, P-backs, zoom forefoot, and zoom heel. And we can also see the zoom unit in the heel through those holes in the outsole. So anyways, tell us what shoes you're most excited about. Also, the Mellow MB1 from Puma is coming out in like a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that as well. But anyways, that about wraps up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.